So hello, welcome back to the channel. We've got a bit of something different going on today, haven't we, Jamie?
Yes, we certainly do.
This is the brother-in-law, Jamie.
Hello, hello.
He's come down for a bit of a break, and he's changing my box, consumer unit, what do you call it?
Fuse board.
Fuse board in my garage. I've had the one done in the house, and now I didn't ask him. He volunteered and said the next time I come I will change it. So he's changing it, and we'll try to get some information out of him as he goes to see what the crack is. So let's have a look.
This is the old fuse board, and they are like cable fuses, somehow, aren't they? Like wire,
Rewirable ones, yeah.
Rewirable.
Old ones.
old. So that's what we're working with. How's it looking?
Shoddy. Very shoddy.
I'm not sure how you can actually work in here with all this mess.
Has anyone got one of them in the garage? Oh, look, it's a mess. Right. What have we got, Jamie?
So
This is first time on YouTube, so bear with him, yeah?
yeah. We've got our mains. So looks like a 6mm coming in from the house into the main switch here, and then you've got your neutral block here and your earth here. You can see none of your earths from the twin and earth have been
They're not sleeved
or anything. No, just pop straight in. Just the usual rewirable fuses. Just pull out like that. You can see the wire inside, and that's what burns. That's what will snap.
Can you just put any wire in there, like?
You can see all sorts of stuff in there. People will put nails in there, everything.
Yeah, then
but
trip.
yeah,
You have a trip with a nail,
well,
then you'd be dead.
Yeah, unless there's a high current going through it. But no, you see all sorts of stuff in there, but you do get rewirable. Little bits of rewire. You get different sized wires and with different sort of conductor sizes, that will break at different capacities. So each one will have a different sized wire in it, basically, which is what is denoted by these little red dots.
A different braking strain.
Yeah. As you see all the little different dots here. Have a look on there's a little number. A red dot here. It's a 30 amp. You've got your blue dot, it's a 15. And you have your white dot, which is a 5. So your white's normally a lighting circuit or something around there. 15 is normally like a radial or an old, what's it called? A feed for the old style boilers that way.
I used to have a boiler here.
Yeah. And then you've got your red ones here, which is normally a ring, to be fair.
That's what that one was for.
Is that your boiler feed?
Yeah.
Yeah, well there you go.
Yeah.
That one comes off of the blue one, so yeah, it'll just be a case of we're going to take this off now. I need to do some testing on the cable that's coming through. Don't know how long it's actually been in there, so just want to make sure that the cable's still good enough to go. Just do an IR on it, just to make sure, insulation resistance, just to make sure that it's still within its parameters, and all that. I have locked it off at the board. Have done my proved dead, that sort of stuff as well. So yeah, just be a case of starting it up, making this look a little bit neater. Get rid of Dean's shoddy work.
There's nothing wrong with that work. Does that light work?
Well, yeah, it does work. Is it safe? Well, it's out of reach, to be fair, so someone will argue that, I'm sure. This is still live at the moment.
Is it?
So,
what's that?
That is the light.
Oh yes.
This is a lighting circuit.
That's from
There's
the
two
house.
lights on the outside here, which is fed from this kitchen. These are just switch lives. It's gone into a little junction box. So what we're going to do, we'll do away with this junction box as well. I've bought some whisker boxes, and we'll get them up at high level, and we'll use some Wago clips or something, and we'll just make it look a little bit neater, a little bit out of the way, so people can't touch, kids can't get to it. Hopefully a bit more safer as well.
So we'll catch up with you in a minute.
Yeah. So we've just come to the main consumer unit of the house. This is not long been changed, to be fair. identified the circuit, which funny enough wasn't identified from the person who changed the board. However, there's an arrow for 2 unidentified circuits. This is the one that feeds the garage. So it's been locked off now, can't be turned or energized. I just need to take this front cover off now. I'm going to disconnect the cable, and then I'm going to do an IR test just to make sure that, you know, it's still within its limits, and what I'm doing isn't for no reason at all really, and it's not going to work. So just take this lid off quickly. Yeah, so you can see a few of the a couple of cables have had to been extended, but again he's used these new Wago clips, pretty decent. I personally would have used a straight through, but each to their own really. Yeah, looks a good job. So again, yeah, identified this as the cable here. I'm using insulated tools, although it is locked off, don't worry. Just gonna pop that out, just so that when I do this IR test, there's gonna be nothing getting a high voltage. What number's that? 1, 2. Realistically, it should be this one, but we will find out when it gets tested. Out you come, sunshine. Come on, you. That was solid, isn't it?
You ever been electrocuted on camera?
Might be a first, yeah. You can hear it there, and I don't know why he's got 2 into that. I'll sort that out after.
So, from my electrical expertise, I'm going to tell you what we've just done. Or what Jamie's just done. He's just disconnected the 6mm cable from here. It's disconnected in the garage from the box, electrical box, consumer box. What's it called?
Pardon?
What do you call the one in the garage?
It's just a consumer unit, a fuse board.
Fuse board, yeah, fuse board. So he's disconnected both ends. He's gone back in the garage and he's put some special tester on it and zapped it with like 500 volts to check like the integrity of the cable to make sure it's good. And it's showing
above 500 megaohms, so that's well within
yeah.
Its limits, which is good to see.
Very good. So,
seen them there? You see the old fuses that used to be asbestos in them.
are they asbestos?
No, they're just rewirable ones.
Oh. Just chuck it down there for now. So, moving on, these cables are going to come out of here, are they? There's no fuse in there? No.
That's what used to be the boiler, is it?
Yeah, probably. Oh, actually, yeah, I do recall.
Do you know what I mean? Like, normally, the fuse wire is in this middle bit here. People just
been bodged.
Yeah, people just do what they want.
Ah.
I've seen new nails. I've seen people cut the end of a fork off and whack the fork in there. That was, yeah, unreal. But, like I say, it is what it is. It's all fun and games.
What have we done?
So, stripped it right back now. The mains cable, which again is locked off at the board, just here. Leave it there. We've got, this is fed from the house. Again, so this, I need to bear in mind, this is still live. Got a cable here, which I've no idea where it comes from. However, it is coming from
That's that other.
the conduit.
I know where that is. The one with the other arrow. So that might be live.
That'll be, yeah. So
That could be live.
Find out now. I can get into the copper anyway. I'm not saying I can get into the copper. Nah, it is dead.
Is it dead?
Yeah. And if it's not the touching, so someone would have tripped. Nah, it's dead. But yeah, that's again another cable. So might be a case of that might just be made redundant. Yeah, so that's stripped. This is ready to take off now. Obviously identified our. This is one of the sockets. Again, one of the main reasons. No earth sheathing. Sorry. Again, the cores are actually nicked when they have cut the cables. You can see. Look at that. Just comes away so easy. Again, just little things like that. If I was to do an installation resistance on that, it'd probably be a little bit lower.
So what's the plan with moving forward now?
So the plan is to possibly just relocate the box a little bit over here, a bit closer into this, so that we can get a good depth in.
Bit away from the door, like.
Away from the door. We're gonna isolate this in the house. This will get rerouted and clipped with just normal cable clips, and I've got some fire rated clips as well. I'll just clip them across a joist. Switch is getting changed. Just going to do the usual. We've got a metal clad box. Again, that'll come down with a bit of conduit here, and then it'll sort of be a stop and start in between the lights. We've got this socket here that's going to get replaced as well.
That socket there is actually in a really bad place.
Well, we can relocate that to wherever you want to relocate it to.
Because the dryer's over there.
Like they've used an old MI cable shroud here. No idea why they've done that. No grommets around the edges here, no open grommets, so you know the cable can easily shred. To be honest, you can actually get your finger in there as well. It's just.
You keep saying, I've no idea why they've done that. It could be me. Who knows?
Well, if it was you, I don't know what you're doing. But again, yeah, we'll just make it a bit more safer, a bit more neater, and hopefully in the next hour or so it'll be up and running. But we're gonna have to have dinner before, I think, aren't we?
Yeah.
So board's completely gone now. This is the outside light here. There's another one here which is also fed from the house, but the actual switch live is here. That's just been Wagoed for now. We're going into a junction box later on because
I like them. Are they like? Can you just unclip them and clip them up?
Yeah, I've got. I'll show you now. I've got my box of them somewhere, wherever it is behind you, possibly. Yeah, there you are. Just in case.
I'm quite into them. I always use.
Just lift the little lever up, cables in.
And your cables on the other side as well.
Pop them down. Connects on.
Are they expensive?
They are expensive, yeah. And then you've got a test point here as well, which is easy, so you don't have to take them off to do your tests.
Very nice.
So yeah.
So the box is going to go.
We're going to mount the new board here.
Right. Okay.
Makes it easier. We're going to come top entry. Realistically, I'd prefer to come bottom entry into it, but we'll go.
I bet you would.
Yeah. Top entry into the board, and then we're also going to pretty much come top entry for everything else as well. Just makes it a bit easier for myself, really. Again, there's not really much chance of water ingression here. So, you know, the IP rating of the board shouldn't be too.
Have you seen my roof?
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
It's like, look at that.
Yeah, but look over here though.
It is actually going to get
Does
changed.
it look like there's water coming in there?
No, it's dry there.
Oh, there we go. Squared.
It's dry there. I am actually going to get a new roof next year.
That'll be it now. I'm going to start mounting some junction boxes in.
You want SDS drill?
I need the SDS drill, yeah.
With power?
Mid power, yeah.
Mid power.
If that's alright, yeah.
What's the situation here then?
Just putting some 20mm stuffing glands onto the top of the board here. We've got a 25mm one drilled next to it. That's for the 6mm coming in. Also, in the future, Obviously we spoke about car charger potentially going in the future as well. So 10mm arm is going to have to be dragged in at some point. So 25mm stuffer at least then when it comes to the next Spark or me, depending who's going to do it. And they got to gland the armoured in, at least then you know that the hole's already pre-drilled and you're not just going to have a 25mm hole with the stuffing down there and nothing going in.
You wouldn't have gone through there. You didn't go that far, did you?
That's what I'm saying, is in I don't want to go too far.
So, the box is up. That's where it's going now. Jamie's decided it's going there. Cable's ready to go in the top. I believe you got to go get another grommet or something tomorrow for that, Jamie.
It's 25mm stuffer. Yeah.
25mm stuffer thing. And then instead of having those junction boxes, he's putting these things in. How would you actually connect the cables inside though?
Clips. Wiggle clips.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
They're rated. Let me have a look on the side. It says they're rated.
Oh.
So are these 20 amps? No. 32 amp, 450 volts, sorry.
Oh, nice.
So
I was
not
just
too
thinking
bad.
how they go together. That's
Just
the
means-
proper way, is it?
supposedly. Let's say yes or no on that one.
So, the new cables are run. Oh yeah, that one is going to there, and it's coming down to this switch. Then it comes back up and it goes across, and then what would you say, Jamie? It's going to be another junction box
Yeah,
there.
we'll put another junction box in around this area here that we can use the actual flex that's coming off of this little light here, and we'll use wiggle clips just to connect it all together inside the junction box, and then we'll come out the side of the junction box all the way along to here, and we will put another little black junction box in and do the same with the flex of that cable, connect it in with the wiggle clips, and that should hopefully be good enough to get that going. And then I say hopefully it will be good enough to get that going. And then we're going to put a double socket in for the dryer, which is currently going on the extension from the house, and then another socket at the back, double socket at the back here for Dean's tools, and one on this wall as well, so that there's plenty of
And
power. It's obviously all going
stepping over all this crap. Yeah. It's absolutely. It's what happens when you do jobs in the house. You come in and you just chuck stuff everywhere.
Nothing worse than going to a customer's house and they haven't sorted out the garage for you. Tell you what.
I sorted the house out for you for your arrival.
In these days, eh?
So, Jamie.
Yeah.
Something I get asked is all the time. You passed your class 1 driving test in the army. It must have been easy. Do you get asked the same question?
Not really, no, actually.
Because for those of you that know that Jamie was in the army, joined as an electrician,
Yeah.
and it's all civilian run qualifications, isn't it?
Yeah, so you do, majority of the people nowadays, they do like a time served, so they do like a 4-year apprenticeship, and they are literally just a labourer from the ones that I've spoke to. So they do their 4-year apprenticeship for a company, whereas you join the military, you just do I think it's like 14 months that you do, where you just go to college every single day, like a military college every day, and then you get your civic quals. Oh, sorry, you get your normal qualifications, not civic. You get your normal qualifications. You get it to your level 3 And we used to get it to a level 3 when I left, whereas now you get your level 4, your MVQ level 4. So yeah, it gets you your gold card when you get out. When I left, it didn't do that. You have to go and sit your AM2 to get your gold card. So yeah, it's a pretty good way of doing it, I think. Your theory knowledge is a lot better than your practical, I'm not going to lie. Whereas if you do it on, you do a time served one over 4 years, your practical skills, you do it every single day. So you are a little bit better practically than the military ones, but their way of looking at it is, if you know the theory behind it, then practically you should be able to do it, which I don't personally agree with, but I'm not going to knock the army. You know, it's got me to where I am now. So but yeah, I think it's a good way to do it.
So currently you do...
I am an electrician up in Scotland. I've gone down the renewable sector, so I do solar panels, car chargers, battery storage, just all that sort of stuff at the moment.
you can be on a one job doing like solar farms for like how long?
Depends
how
on
long were you on the last one for?
We did a solar farm in Edinburgh for a university there. That was just over a year, I think, the contract ran for. And we finally finished the contract, and then the university said, oh, we can't turn it on because we don't have the capacity to turn it on. So yeah, that was good fun. Kind of a waste, but you get that everywhere, don't you? But yeah, a year up to, we do 2 solar PV installs in a house a day. So we have separate roofers that come in, they'll do the roofing side of things, they put the panels on the roofs, and then we do all the route selection and wire it up and do all the commissioning side of things. So yeah, it's not too bad.
So nice. We're going to do it as a 2-part episode. That is part 1, because I finished work, came home, stood and watched Jamie working for a bit, and then it went dark. So we're going to do part 2 tomorrow. So make sure you stay tuned, because Jamie's going to be wiring in the cables to the consumer unit, and then we're going to go live with it. What you say, Jamie?
Get it sorted, yeah. Getting nagged at by the sister because the bloody dryer doesn't work. It's drying to do, so yeah, she's just like, yeah, whatever.
And you've made it when your kids can make you a brew. Don't you? So stay tuned. Tune in tomorrow for episode 2 going live.